If you want to show a full alphabet in both caps and lowercase letters, then we start by typing a full set of caps and a full set of lowercase letters. We're going to take that, let's see, we'll try 48 point. I'm going to reduce the leading. And that's a good start. So we have these hyphens in here. That's a bad idea. What we want to do is hit a return, and that gets rid of the hyphenation. Those are about even. That's about even. Next, we're going to take all of these letters, and instead of being flush left, we actually want these to all line up on the right-hand side. If I use justified, you'll find that that doesn't work because, in fact, each of these paragraphs, go to type, show, oh, right. Need to go here to normal. You'll see that we have a paragraph at the end of each line, and if we use the normal justified, the last line is as long as it needs to be. We actually want to move over and use the justified that we don't use very often, which is justify all lines. If I do that, then it looks like this. I'm going to go back to preview. So my letters look about like that. I'm going to just try to crank this up a tiny little bit and see if it fits, and it doesn't. I'm also going to change this from metrics to optical kerning because it will even out the line spacing a little bit. And because I have a bunch of extra space at the bottom here, I'm going to increase my leading. And there's my alphabet all nicely placed. These actually seem a little loose. Type an R in there. Delete the R from there. And then that looks loose, so it really isn't going to matter much. The one trick here is that I haven't actually changed my font family, so let's change it to Baskerville. Regular, which does that. It's a little big, so I'm going to reduce it. And I wonder whether maybe this J shouldn't go there. That looks a little tight. I think that looks a little better spaced. Huh. Well, it's never going to be perfect. Let's put it that way. Okay, something like that. That's Baskerville regular. It's 46 on 64. I might even take this just a little bit farther to see if I can line up the baselines on the bottom. Then I can take this and copy, edit, copy. I can go to my next page, 10, edit, paste in place, select all this text, go back to properties, Baskerville italic, and that all fits. Now, one final thing that we want to do is we want to add a tag underneath indicating what size these fonts are, so that somebody looking through this Type Specimen Book can actually tell what's going on. To do that, I'm actually going to go to something called the master pages, which we haven't talked about. We'll talk about it again. If I go to the master pages and I go to normal, you'll see that your grid actually exists on the master page. And if I took and create this box here, fill it with magenta, I go back and I look at my pages. Anything that appears on the master page appears on all pages. And if I alter this on the master page, you'll see it just changed on all of the pages that use this master A. Delete. So on this master page, I'm going to add a device that allows me to add a specimen. So I'm going to go a pica and a half down on my grid. I'm going to create a text box here. I'm going to tell that text to be centered. I'm going to take this box over and center it. And I'm going to type in X point slash X point letting Baskerville. I'm going to take that and I want to make that smaller than my body type. If you remember, my body type is 9 points. So I'm going to make this 8 point. I'm going to make this italic so it looks different from my body text. I'm going to spell Baskerville correctly. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to drag it over here and center it as well. Now I go to my pages and you'll see at the bottom of every one of my pages, it now gives me this indicator of what the type looks like. And what I'm going to do here, it'll be a little tricky making this work, but I'm going to go to my black arrow. I'm going to hold Command Shift and click, and you'll see that makes this text box active. And I'm going to type head. The head is properties, 27 on 32. body. I think I'm going to need to go back and adjust that because I just need more space. Go back to my pages, go back to here. I'm going to just remove this and just assume that everybody will know that that's what I mean. I go to here. That's interesting. Right. I go back up here and I have to alter both of these. Now they're both altered. I go here. It's 2732 Baskerville. Body is 9 on 11. 9/9 point /11 point Baskerville. There will possibly be some difficulties getting enough information in here. We'll just have to see how that goes. Then I go down here. This is 46 on 65. Again, Command Shift click, 46 on 65, Baskerville, Roman. Over here, we've got 9 on 11, Baskerville, Roman. We go down here, and we've got 46 on 65. Command Shift click. Baskerville italic. And then not only is this set, it's also tagged. And so somebody coming in here to look at this will know what the setting is and have an idea.